Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a windmill with some improvements from when we did it in class.
Also, don't mind the fandom trash posters behind me, or any of the Undertale trash on my desk.
I chose to take the windmill we made and improve that because I think it has some nice real world applications that I, as an elementary education major, would like my students to take away from a science project. Let's start with the materials list. As you can see, it's pretty similar to the list we used in class, but there were some changes made based on intentional improvements or just because it was more convenient for me. Like, for example, I don't have paper clips, so I'm using these tiny, cute clothespins instead. Also, I don't have a hole puncher, so I'm using an X-Acto knife instead. And now to touch on some of the intentional differences. Firstly, the biggest difference. As you can see, I replaced the paper blades of the windmill with clear plastic. Because it's almost equally light and gives a much better curve on the sails when you fold it, unlike paper, which creases and doesn't let as much wind into the blades. I also replaced the styrofoam cup with a mason jar because it's heavier and it won't be blown away with the rest of the windmill, which was frankly a little bit annoying when we did it in class. And the other thing I didn't like were the bobby pins, and maybe that's just because I don't like needles and I'm the kind of person who has to be dragged kicking and screaming to get my flu shots. Don't judge me. But I also don't like the idea of kids playing with sharp things while making these in my future classroom. So I replaced those with pencil grips, which fit nicely on the smaller straw and keep it from sliding out of the larger straw. The procedure is pretty much the same as what we did in class. I cut the larger straw, taped it to the jar, folded the windmill, and messed up once and the blades were too big, so I had to refold it. Then I cut out the pencil grip into these little segments that fit the straw perfectly, and I used them to secure the windmill, and after adding string to the other end of the straw, I was ready to start testing it. So, I used this cute little USB stand to be my wind simulator, and it worked fairly well. As a bonus, the lights are really pretty. So while this little windmill is doing heavy lifting here, you can see that it's converting one kind of motion energy to another. Well, actually the USB fan is taking electric energy and converting that to motion energy, which my windmill picks up and turns into a different kind of motion energy. This kinetic energy is doing a pretty good job of lifting clothespins. It got stuck eventually at 15 though, but I mean these are heavier than the paper clips we used in class, so I would say it did pretty well. The revisions I made to this project are mostly to make it more safe and more convenient for students. As for any possible future revisions, I would try and find a lighter kind of sheet plastic to make the blades with. Thanks for watching my video. That's my windmill project.